everyone. Today I want to share with you a little bit about how I help my family to stay healthy over the winter months. So I am going to share with you guys how to make an immune boosting tincture. So first of all, I've got all the herbs out here. I'm going to give you little points on each one of the herbs and some of the benefits of it, but afterwards I will have a document with all of the ingredients, the proper measurements for it, and little information on the benefits of each one of the herbs. So if you're interested in that information, just shoot me a message afterwards and I would be happy to get that to you. Alright, so to get started, you are going to need a big glass jar to make this. Alright, so I have a gallon jug that I'm going to make this into. And we're going to start with a half a cup of erythritol. So most people know this as Siberian Ginseng. It's bitter, so it's going to be stimulating the liver, which is really important because the liver is going to help you to detoxify the body. It's also going to help support the immune system. You'll find it in a lot of immune boosting tinctures. It's very popular for that. It also helps to decrease stress in the body. So very helpful for that reason, because excess stress in the body is going to also cause excess inflammation in the body, and it's also going to really damage your intestinal tract, which is going to then cause your immunity to go down. Hey Andrea, hey Allison, glad you could make it. So we put in a half a cup of erythritol. Next I would put in olive leaf, but in the first product that I made, so that I can show you guys what the end result looks like, I used the last of my olive leaf in there. So I don't have any more to put in here, but I would be putting a half a cup of olive leaf in there. And olive leaf is really helpful to help with your energy levels. What did you miss? You missed something. We can talk afterwards if you missed something. Sorry, did I say something wrong? Andrea, I'm reading your message. Anyways, olive leaf helps with energy levels, helps to lower blood pressure, is also really good for immune support. And I will also be telling you guys where the best places to get these herbs are if you guys do not have a good co-op to get these from. Alright, and the next thing I'm going to be putting in is Echinacea, which most of you will find in your immune tinctures that you find at your health food store. Echinacea is very popular for supporting the immune system. I actually make a mixture of two different kinds of Echinacea, so I'll put that in the document so you can see what kinds I'm getting. Also, if you guys want to learn more about herbs, this is the book that I would start with. This is like my guidebook. When somebody asks me, what do I do? My baby's got a fever. I need something for helping me with my colds and flus, or I want to detoxify my liver. I go right to that book. That's my go-to book. So that's where I would go. So I'm going to put a half a cup of Echinacea root, and then I'm also going to put a half a cup of Echinacea leaf. And both of these are a blend of Echinacea. So we're going to put that in there. Echinacea, like I said, is really good for the immune system. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's also a bitter, which means that it's going to really help the liver, stimulate the liver. And next we have yarrow. This is yarrow. You guys probably see this all over your yard late in the summer. It grows about yay high, and it has little white clusters of flowers on it. I'm not even using a measuring cup right now, but a half a cup of yarrow in there. And yarrow is another one that is a tonic herb. It's antibacterial. It's also a bitter, so it's going to really help with that liver support. Nettles are one of my favorite herbs for tea. It's really dark. As you can see, it looks kind of like peppermint tea as far as the color. Just a little bit greener than, say, peppermint tea. But nettles, in the springtime, we will go harvest fresh stinging nettle, and we will put it in our salads and put it in our smoothies and put it in our eggs. We put it in everything in the summer, and it's really good. It's purifies the blood. It's very good for detoxifying the system, getting rid of toxins in the bloodstream, and helping the liver and kidneys to really function properly, which makes it very, very helpful for an immune boosting tincture, because I want my immune boosting tincture to not only be stimulating the immune system, but supporting overall health and detoxification. So next, what we have here is orange peels. And orange peels are very high in vitamin C, and they're also astringent, tonic. So these are my orange peels. It smells amazing. I wish you guys could smell everything, because my whole house just smells like herbs right now. So it smells pretty good in here. Then the next thing we have is rose hips. This is also very high in vitamin C, astringent, a tonic, antiseptic. So it's very helpful to give when you're fighting a cold or some flu. Next I have elderberries. We picked these wild in the late summer. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see them. They're really little. What we do when we pick them in the summertime, these ones I got from Co-op, but when we pick them in the summertime, we will actually harvest them and throw them in a paper bag and throw them in the freezer, and then they get hard, and then we take a fork and scrape those off, because then it's a lot easier to get them off without smushing berries. But this year, with having a baby, I was not going to go harvesting elderberries all across the countryside. Elderberries is also very good for immune support. It's actually was Hippocrates, which is kind of like, he's kind of like the father of herbal medicine. It was his absolute favorite herb. So it smells very yummy. Some people like it, some people don't. Next I'm going to put peppermint in there, which is, I'm doing all half cups, by the way, for right now. This is all half a cup. Antimicrobial, it's also a stimulant. It's also going to help with, because it's a stimulant, it helps with the circulation of the blood, and helps you to, like, if you're dealing with a virus and you've got a really bad fever, it's going to help to make your fever more effective by bringing more circulation to the surface of your skin, so that you can kick out toxins more readily. Also, yarrow does that as well. So, okay, we did peppermint. Now we're going to go down to a fourth a cup, and we're going to put in cinnamon. Now, most people do not realize that they are not using actual cinnamon. If you are not using Ceylon cinnamon, you are not using real cinnamon. And where all the health benefits are in Ceylon cinnamon. So make sure you have that Ceylon cinnamon. It's got a really sweet, very sweet, I'm trying to get this where you can see my face still. Very sweet smell to it. If you don't have actual cinnamon, it's kind of got a bitterness to it. So you want to make sure you get the real stuff. Next, I'm going to be putting turmeric in there. Turmeric is, oh, I forgot to say what cinnamon all is in there for. Cinnamon is a anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, really high in antioxidants. It actually ranks number 7 in the most antioxidants for an herb, so very high on the scale. Next I'm going to put turmeric in there, which is, it's very healing to the liver and to the intestinal tract. It's anti-inflammatory, really helps with your digestion, all that kind of stuff. But turmeric always needs to be paired. In order to get the benefits of turmeric, you need to always pair it with either black pepper or with a omega supplement. So since I'm not going to be putting in any omegas in the tincture, I am going to get a teaspoon of black pepper. Black pepper is also an anti-inflammatory and really high in antioxidants, so another good reason to be putting it in there. Podiacro, I'm going to be putting, I put a teaspoon of the pepper in there. Podiacro is very good for, it kills off intestinal worms, it detoxifies the system, it's an anti-inflammatory, it's one of those tonic herbs that's good for everything pretty much. Has kind of a sweet aroma to it. It's not a common herb you use, but we use a lot of it. I use it in a number of the tinctures I make. So we're going to put some sage in there. We're going to be putting 1/4 cup of sage in here, which is really good to the lymphatic system. It helps with digestion. Very good for nerves. I used to take a tincture with a lot of sage in it for my anxiety issues before I started Plexus. So that was really helpful for supporting that. I'm going to be putting in Gingo as well. Gingo is really good for, I'm going to show it to you, it's really bright yellow. Gingo is really helpful for your memory. It helps with circulation. It's anti-inflammatory and helps with your digestion. But most people think of it as being a herb to help with your memory. So, also, I am going to be putting in a lot of cayenne. Well, 2 teaspoons, which is a lot when it comes to cayenne. The reason being that cayenne actually makes all your other herbs more effective. So when you put that cayenne in there, that's going to, it looks really pretty because everything's just in layers here. But then what I would be doing, I'm not going to pour any alcohol over it right now because I just have one done, but usually what I'd be doing is I'd be putting in this vodka. It's organic vodka. I recommend you use organic vodka for this. I will also put some maple syrup in there sometimes just because when it's just pure vodka, it's sometimes a little too powerful for my kids. So I'm going to show you what it looks like once you get it all filled up. And then what I'm going to end up doing is you'll put it in a jar like this. I recommend doing it around the new moon is the best time to make a tincture because the gravitational pull of the moon will actually help you get more out of your herbs. But you just need to put it in the cupboard because you don't want it near sunlight, otherwise that's going to break down the benefits of your herbs. And then whenever I go to that cupboard, I'll give it a good shake. I'll flip it upside down because, you know, all the powdery herbs are going to be sitting on the bottom. So I'll shake it, get it all mixed up, and I'll let it sit for, if I'm going with the moon cycle, I will let it sit until the full moon. Otherwise, I'll let it sit for a month if I'm not doing that. And then I will pour it out and strain it. Let's see, I'm not going to be able to get it open. And then I put it in little bottles like this. And a dropper bottle from one of these is like 1/4 teaspoon. So if anybody is coming down with a cold, all I do is give them 1/4 teaspoon of this before they go to bed, and then another 1/4 teaspoon in the morning. And that's usually all I need is giving it to them a couple times and they're good to go. We also have not had, since we started Plexus, we have not had any flu bugs in our house, which is really, really amazing because with kids you end up getting the flu in your house, you know, several times a year usually. But I have found that not only having the gut healthy besides taking this immune boosting tincture, but also Plexus Ease actually digests the flu bug, which is crazy, but it works. So if anybody is around anyone that has the flu, we all take a huge dose of that and we never get the flu, which is a lifesaver for me. So thank you guys for watching. I'm glad you guys got on here. Hey Elizabeth, hey Sam, I'm glad you guys can make it. I hope this is helpful to you guys. If you have questions, just let me know. And like I said, if you want the recipe, I will have a document that I can send to you. All right, you guys take care.